नमस्कार विद्यार्थी मित्रांनो, दिवाळीच्या सुट्टीनंतर पुन्हा एकदा आपण ऑनलाईन व्हिडिओ लेक्चरसाठी जमत आहोत. याच्या अगोदर आपण प्रॉबॅबिलिटी चॅप्टर सुरू केला होता. त्यामध्ये प्रॅक्टिस सेट 5.3 पूर्ण करून प्रॉबॅबिलिटी ऑफ ॲन इव्हेंट इथपर्यंत आपण आलो होतो. तत्पूर्वी दिवाळीच्या सुट्टीनंतर शाळा सुरू होणार अशी आपल्या सगळ्यांना अपेक्षा होती, परंतु कोरोना आजाराच्या पार्श्वभूमीवर वाढती रुग्णसंख्या लक्षात घेऊन शासनाने पुन्हा एकदा 4 जानेवारीपर्यंत आपल्या शाळा बंद ठेवण्याचा निर्णय घेतला आणि त्यामुळे आपण पुन्हा एकदा शाळेत एकत्र जमणार नाही आणि म्हणून ऑनलाईन व्हिडिओ लेक्चर हाच पर्याय आपल्यासमोर आहे. त्यामुळे यापूर्वी तुम्ही जो व्हिडिओ लेक्चर बघण्यामध्ये हलगर्जीपणा केलेला आहे तो आता यापुढे तुम्हाला करता येणार नाही. अशीच जर परिस्थिती राहिली तर परीक्षेपर्यंत जर याच पद्धतीने तुम्हाला शिकावं लागलं तर तुम्ही तुमच्या मनाची तयारी त्याप्रमाणे केली पाहिजे. बहुतेक विद्यार्थ्यांनी या अगोदर आलेले यूट्यूबवरचे व्हिडिओ लेक्चरसुद्धा बघितलेले नाही. सर्व पालकांनासुद्धा मी विनंती करतो, विद्यार्थ्यांनी पालकांना पण ही जाणीव करून द्या की हे लेक्चर बघणं आवश्यक आहे आणि आता तुम्हाला 10वीच्या बोर्डाच्या परीक्षेला काही दिवसातच सामोरं जायचं आहे. त्यामुळे शाळा भरेल आणि मग आपण अभ्यास करू अशा भ्रमात कोणी राहू नका. सर्व लेक्चर या अगोदर झालेले यूट्यूबवरचे लेक्चर देखील तुम्ही पुन्हा पुन्हा बघू शकता आणि त्यावरचा अभ्यास पुन्हा करू शकतात. होमवर्कसाठी आपण ग्रुप तयार केलेला आहे. त्यावरही खूप कमी विद्यार्थ्यांनी होमवर्क करून पाठवलेले आहेत. राहिलेले विद्यार्थी त्यांनी राहिलेला अभ्यास पूर्ण करा. तुम्ही क्लास लावलेला असेल किंवा त्या क्लासचा होमवर्क करत असाल तरी तुमचा तो होमवर्क झालेला आहे हे मला समजण्यासाठी तुम्ही त्याची फोटोकॉपी आपल्या ग्रुपवर पाठवा आणि जास्तीत जास्त विद्यार्थ्यांनी हे लेक्चर अटेंड करा. तुम्ही किती विद्यार्थ्यांनी बघितले ते मला समजतं. त्यामुळे मी तुमच्या रिस्पॉन्सबद्दल अतिशय नाराज आहे. जर नुकसान झाले तर पालकांनी देखील लक्षात ठेवा की त्याला तुम्ही आणि तुमचे विद्यार्थी जबाबदार असतील. अगदी पहिल्या प्रकरणापासून आपण सगळे व्हिडिओ तुम्हाला पाठवलेले आहे आणि तुम्ही एवढंही करून जर प्रतिसाद देत नसाल तर तुमच्या नुकसानीस तुम्ही जबाबदार असाल, शाळा जबाबदार राहणार नाही. ठीक आहे. प्रॉबॅबिलिटी चॅप्टरमध्ये प्रॅक्टिस सेट 5.4 मध्ये आपण फक्त पहिलं एक्झाम्पल बघितलं होतं आणि ते सॉल्व केलं होतं. त्याच्या अगोदर जे सॉल्व एक्झाम्पल्स आहे त्यापैकी आपण 2 एक्झाम्पल घेतले होते. आता आपण पुढचे काही एक्झाम्पल सॉल्व करू. सेकंड एक्झाम्पल, इफ 2 डाइस आर रोल्ड सायमल्टेनियसली फाइंड द प्रोबॅबिलिटी ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इव्हेंट्स. एक्सपेरिमेंट्स इज 2 डाइस आर rolled. First event is the sum of the digits on the upper faces is at least 10. Second, the sum of the digits on the upper faces is 33. And third, the digit on the first die is greater than the digit on the second die. The random experiment is 2 dice are rolled simultaneously. Therefore, sample space S is equal to, if 2 dice are rolled, then the sample space will be 1 1, 1 2, 1 3, 1 4, 15 16 21 22 23 24 25 26 31 32 33 34 35 36, then 41 42 43 44 45 46 51 52 53 54 55 56 61 62 63 64 65 and 66. Number of sample points NS is equal to 36. Now first event is, let the A be the event, let A be the event that the sum of the digits on the upper faces is at least 10. Is at least 10. Therefore A is equal to, बघा, the sum of the digits on the upper faces is at least 10. At least means कमीत कमी 10. इथं आपण बघितलं पहिल्या रोमध्ये तर जास्तीत जास्त सम किती आहे? 7 आहे. दुसऱ्या रोमध्ये 8 आहे. तिसऱ्या रोमध्ये 9 आहे. चौथ्या रोमध्ये 4 6 एवढी सम 10 आहे, ती चालेल. 4 6. पाचव्या रोमध्ये 5 5 5 6. At least means minimum 10, no less than 10, maximum maybe any. Then in last row 6 4 6 5 6 6. Sum is 12 here. Therefore NA is equal to 6. 1 2 3 4 5 6. There are 6 elements. We have to find probability of event A. PA is equal to NA upon NS. Therefore probability of event A is equal to 6 upon 36. NS is equal to 36. Therefore PA is equal to 1 upon 6. Probability of event A is 1 upon 6. Now second event is given. Let B be the event that the sum of the digits on the upper faces is 33. Therefore B is equal to, here the sum should be 33. Now we know in sample space the minimum sum is 1 plus 1 will be 2 and maximum sum will be 6 plus 6, that is 12. Therefore sum of the digits on the upper faces is maximum 12, and here our condition is sum of the digits on the upper faces should be 33. Therefore there is no element in which the sum will be 33. Therefore B is equal to only curly bracket, that is it is null event. Therefore NB is equal to 0, number of the elements will be 0, and PB is equal to NB upon NS. Therefore PB is equal to 0 upon 36. Therefore PB is equal to 0. Number of elements in probability of event B is equal to 0. Then the third event is the digit on the first die is greater than the digit on the second die. We will consider the event as event C. Let C be the event that the digit on the first die is greater than the digit on the second die. Therefore C is equal to, here digit on the first die is greater than digit on the second die. In first row, see here, in first row first element is 1 1, both digits are same, and in next 5 digits the digit on the second die is greater than digit on the first die, but we want digit on the first die greater than digit on the second die. In second row first element, that is 2 1, here digit on the second die, first die is greater than digit on the second die. Then next all conditions the digit on the second die is greater than digit on the first die. In third row 3 1, 3 2 are the elements in which digit on the first die is greater. Then in fourth row 4 1, 4 2 and 4 3 are the elements which satisfy condition. Then in fifth row 5 1, 5 2, 5 3, 5 4 are the elements in which digit on the first die is greater than digit on the second die. And in last row 6 1, 6 2, 6 3, 6 4 and 6 5 are the elements which satisfy our condition. Curly bracket complete. Therefore number of elements in event C is equal to 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. Therefore NC is equal to 15. Therefore PC is equal to probability of event C is equal to NC upon NS, number of elements in event C upon number of elements in sample space. Therefore, PC is equal to 15 upon 36. Both numerator and denominator are divisible by 3. Therefore, its simplification will be 5 upon 12. Here 3 5s are 15 and 3 12s are 36. Therefore, probability of event C will be 5 upon 12. Then we will see example number 4. See example number 4. A 2-digit number is formed with digits 2, 3, 5, 7, 9 without repetition. What is the probability that the number formed is an odd number, and second, a multiple of 5? First, we will write sample space. Random experiment is a 2-digit number is to form from the digits 2, 3, 5, 7, 9. S is equal to, first 2-digit number will be 23, 25, 27, 29. In all cases, 2 at the tens place and remaining digits on the unit place. Now we will take 3 on the tens place. Therefore 32, 35, 33 is not required because here there is repetition of the digit. Therefore 32, 35, 37, 39. Then 52, 53, 57, 59, 72, 73, 75, 79, 92, 93, 95, 97 are the required numbers. Therefore, NS is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Total 2-digit numbers formed are 20 numbers. Now, let A be the event that the number formed is an odd number. The number formed is an odd number. Therefore, A is equal to, we have to write all odd numbers from given numbers. First will be 23, 25, 27, 29. Then 35, 37, 39, 53, 57, 59, 73, 75, 79, 93, 95, 97. Therefore, NA is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 is equal to 16. Then probability of event A will be PA is equal to NA upon NS. Therefore, PA is equal to 16 upon 20. Therefore, probability of event A will be 4 upon 5. 4 upon 5. then next event is given as the number form is multiple of 5. Second, let B is the event that the number form is multiple of a 5. Therefore, B is equal to, we have to write all multiples of 5. First will be 25, then 35, then 75 and 95. See here, sample space. First number will be 25, multiple of 5, 35, then 75 and 95. Therefore, NB is equal to 4. Therefore, PB is equal to NB upon NS. Therefore, PB is equal to 4 upon 20. Therefore, PB, that is probability of event B, is equal to 1 upon 5. 4 5s are 20. Therefore, probability of this event will be 1 upon 5. Here we have solved 2 examples. Remaining 2 examples solve you in homework. First, I am explaining these 2 examples. Third example is, there are 15 tickets in a box, each bearing one of the number from 1 to 15. The sample space will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 15, and S is equal to 15. One ticket is drawn at random from the box. Find the probability of the event that the ticket drawn first shows an even number. Among 1 to 15, we have to write even number in this event. Let A be the event, then A is equal to 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, and NA is equal to 7. Therefore, PA will be 7 upon 15. Then second shows a number which is multiple of 5. From 1 to 15, there are 3 numbers, that is 5, 12 and 5, 10 and 15. B is equal to curly bracket 5, 10, 15, and B is equal to 3, and PB is equal to 3 upon 15, that is 1 upon 5. Then fourth example is, a card is drawn at random from a pack of well shuffled 52 playing cards. Sample space will be S is equal to 13, club 13, spade 13, diamond 13, heart cards, and S is equal to 52. Find the probability of that the card drawn is an S. There are 4 S cards. From each 13, there is 1 card is S card. Therefore, there will be 4 S card, and probability will be 4 upon 52, that is 1 upon 13. Then the second, we have to find probability that the card drawn is spade card. There are 13 spade cards. Therefore, if we consider the event as B, then B is equal to curly bracket 13 spade cards, and NB is equal to 13. Therefore, PB is equal to 13 upon 52, that is 1 upon 4. In this way, you can solve practice set 5.4. In homework, solve all given examples again. Then in next lecture, we will solve problem set 5. Here we have completed this chapter probability. In next lecture, we have to see the problem set 5 of this chapter. Thank you.